And so Jesus invites you. He looks at you, he looks at me, and he says, come, follow me, become like me, learn to do what I did. And this is the invitation. Now, I don't blame you if at first this feels impossible. If it feels like telling a short person to be tall. If it feels like telling me to be Shaquille O'Neal. I think this is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people, even people who call themselves Christians, they don't really follow Jesus. They don't really try to be like him and do what he did. That's true of most of us because we don't really believe it's possible, right? We don't really believe it's possible to resist temptation like he did. Be honest with yourself. Jesus never sinned. Is that possible? Is it possible for you and I to resist temptation? All the time, every time? Is it possible for you and I to love people and bring hope to people like he did? Is it possible to forgive people like he did? And if we're honest, we don't really believe it. Sounds good. We don't really believe it's possible. And because we don't believe it's possible, we just keep looking at pornography. Right? We don't believe it's possible, so we keep turning to chocolate and ice cream to fill the hole in our hearts. Be honest. Chocolate and ice cream. And for those lonely moments of life, you feel kind of aimless. You keep pursuing money and possessions instead of pursuing love and generosity and compassion. When's the last time you went out of your way to show love, generosity, and compassion to other people more than you pursued your own money, your own possessions in life? We keep holding on to bitterness and anger instead of forgiving others when they wrong us. Some of us in this room, you're holding on to bitterness and anger right now. You've got some broken relationship in life, and you see Jesus praying for his mockers and his accusers and those that killed him, asking God to forgive them with a heart of love, and you think, that sounds impossible. I can't do that. And the reason we don't think it's possible, I think, is because we tell ourselves, well, the reason Jesus could do it is because he was God, right? Of course Jesus could do that. He was God and I'm not. It's just not realistic, right? Well, listen, that mindset that Jesus did it because he was God, that's half true. It is half true, right? Jesus is the one and only divine Son of God who fully shares his Father's nature. That is true. Jesus is equal with God by his very nature. But probably the wonder of all wonders in all the history of the world is found in John chapter 1. Listen to what it says. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us.